President Biden, and incredibly, she came to Washington to see President.
Hey guys, hi Billy A. Let me pull y'all over here because I'm way off in the nowhere land. Pull this over. I've been working on my little tissue box. It's the first time I've ever done one of them bubble rounds that Christopher likes. This thing is driving me nuts. I guess I'm too I'm used to having a little circle to put them in, and without having a little training wheel, I guess, because it doesn't have where you put it actually. And I'm like, oh my god, hi Billy, hi Tammy, hi Cindy Bennett. So I'm like, oh my god, where did I put this thing at? And then I'm like sliding them around, trying to make them not have big giant holes. And it's definitely a learning curve. Let me get y'all in a little slot here so I can. And of course, my phone. That's why when I had to upgrade my phone was because the battery in my Samsung 9 is a piece of toast. I'm a nut. And so, and everyone that I was saying I was going to have to send out packages on Thursday, your packages actually went out yesterday because my lovely UPS person that's taking over for my normal UPS person is, because I told her, I said, well, I'm fixing to have to go take my UPS packages in. And she was like, hi, Karina. She was like, no, you don't. And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, well, I'm here. Just go get them and I'll take them in. And I was like, really? And she says, well, yeah. So I ran in the house and handed them to her. And she's like, I'll just take them in. Why would you have to? I was like, normally they say unless I paid the fee, they're not taking them. And she was like, well, why would you have to pay a fee? I'm already here. She goes, that's stupid. And I said, well, I always thought that myself. So I ran in. She goes, I'll just drop them in the box. It's like, I'm already there. Why would I, And I was like, I always thought the same thing. And so I was like, yeah. So I was like, yes. So now I don't have to go nowhere. I don't have to put clothes on. I always thought it was hilarious, when I would go see my therapist and tell him, you made me come in to see you put clothes on. I mean, now a lot of times I have clothes on, but today I just got up with enough time and been drinking on my coffee and doing my little stuff. And today I had just enough time to been drinking on my coffee and get some stuff done. Okay, make sure I got Karina on the wheel. Karina Midnight. And my box made it to England, guys. Arietta got a box, so she's gonna make a video. And my poor little ADH brain. Oh, my poor brain. My poor brain. I'm learning to take that stuff I bought because otherwise I miss people on the wheel. I'm having to double check wheels all the time. Literally. I forgot I think the second week when I first got the stuff in. And I forgot to put one of the Art Dot boxes in. So I just shipped out the Art Dot box yesterday to the second week winner because I couldn't figure out who I missed. So I had to go back and watch all the lives of all the prize boxes. And so I contacted her and I said, I've been going back and watching all the people's dropping of their week, their lives. And I realized that it was the first one, the Million Little Krills. I said, I watched all the prize winners, and I said, I've noticed that, I went through and watched, and I said, you don't have your art box. She says, oh, I got an art box? And I said, yeah, you got an art box. And I said, so I've packaged it up, and I've got your art box going out to you. I was like, I am so sorry. I said, your box is going to be coming on the way. So now I know when I'm packing things up, make sure I take the little pills, got them on board so that I can stay focused with what I'm packing and what I'm doing. But I've got all 4 of the remaining prize pack boxes packed up. They are all done. That was a holy mess. My floor was a nightmare the other day because I pulled all 4 boxes out here and I built them up. And then I pulled all the bags of the remaining stuff and all the stuff out of the craft room, had it spread all over here, had all the dogs out in the backyard, had it scattered all over the room in here. And it was a mess. It was a mess. Let me tell you. Big mess. And had them everywhere. And then I was like putting them, it was like building trick or treat boxes or something. It was like boom, 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 boom. You got that, you got that, you got that, you got that. I mean, it's like really, all I'm short is 1 mug. And when I go into town, I'm gonna make sure it's the right mug and has the look. I try to make sure they look kind of like the theme. Like kind of witchy, ethereal looking, kind of has a look. And so, and I remember Jen M is Jen Mueller. Because I actually had to ask that the other day. It was like, it's just, because I got like 3 Jennifers. It was like, which Jennifer are you? So this is Jennifer Mueller. Ouch. So, Jennifer Mueller. Because I was like, between, because if I put Jenny in, that might be a little bit difficult to know, because they're all going to go, me! And I was like, oops. So now I've got almost my entire kitchen table, because now all it's on my kitchen table. It's got like 2 diamond paintings that I was kind of working on in between till I hit all my things that I'm working on. Amartine Witches, which is one of the creative, Travis Gets Creative paintings until I hit these. And so I've got these I'm working on. Then I've got another one. I've got a Touch of Magic that's over there. That's another witchy one. And I've got another one, Moon Goddess. So I've got a couple of other witch ones. So it's like, yay, yay me. So I pull out and also got Almost Heaven. It's a Chuck Pinson that I'm working on. So they're over because I don't want to have them get messed up. And it's kind of weird because I got that Rude Nude and Crude, which is like a very nice, subtle. I mean, all you see is her butt and a little bit of a breast, and it's really nice. It's a nice semi-nude. And so it was like it's a nice semi-nude. And I thought about putting it up in my bathroom. It's my bathroom. But all my boys like to use my bathroom. And I was like, well, that might be kind of, their moms might be like, yeah, so I haven't put it up. But I was like, it's really kind of nice. My sage and hood's up on the wall in my dining room. And so it was really funny because from where I was standing, because I got a cathedral ceiling. And so for where I was standing, I was like, telling my son, I said, that is crooked as hell. He's like, no, it's not, Mom. It's not crooked. And I was like, yeah, it's crooked. And he's like, no, it's not, Mom. And so his wife was standing across the room and she goes, no, Mom, it's right on. And so she goes, Mom, you need to come stand over here and look at it. So I went over there and I was like, well, I'll be damned. It's really kind of straight. I said, it's just off like just a smidge. Just like, take your finger and just tap it. So, he was like, see, Mom, I told you. It was like crazy. It was like straight up crazy. Straight up crazy. And guys, that stuff I bought online, I mean, it's any of you all ADHDers. Well, let me try to get to where I'm in the middle of the screen. Because I'm like kind of, okay, let me put it up there. There I am. I'm in the middle now. any of you ADHD, if you got the $168 or if you need to save up for it, that stuff is straight up works. If you don't want to take Adderall, it's straight up, I'm telling you, it straight up works. Especially, I mean, because I knew my daughter-in-law was coming up. So I took, because, I bought the combo pack, which was like, you got 2 bottles of the gold and 2 bottles of the blue bottles. And so I took the blue bottles because I didn't want to be like cleaning for 2 days. Because when I took the gold bottle, I cleaned for 2 freaking days, guys. Took 1 dose of the gold bottle and I cleaned for 2 freaking stinking days. Okay. So I took the gold bottle. My daughter was like, well, what do you want me to help with? And I said, the kitchen. Because I'm telling you guys, I haven't seen my kitchen counters for like 3 years. I'm telling you, I mean, I had a little spot, but I mean, it was like 2.5 feet tall and just clutter. And so she goes, okay, we'll start over here and we'll just work our way around. I mean, it's embarrassing to say, but it just gets so bad, and I would start trying to work on it, and then I would just get distracted, and I never could really stay focused on it. I mean, it's sad. If you got ADHD, you know what I'm talking about. You start working on it, and then you just get distracted, and you get overwhelmed, and it just don't happen. And the overwhelmed is real. It really is. I mean, if you don't have ADHD, you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you do, you do. Well, we worked on it. She helped me. It only took us like an hour, but we stayed focused. I've got kitchen counters. And I was like, oh, wow. I said, how long has it been since we've seen those counters? She said, Mom, it's been 3 years. Three years since we have seen those counters. 3 stinking years since we have seen those counters. You just keep throwing stuff on top of the piles. And more stuff on top of the piles. And more stuff on top of the piles. And then the piles just get bigger. And then the piles get bigger. And then the piles get bigger. The stuff is I'll put the link for the stuff. I sent the link to my ex-husband because he said, I think I have it. And then you put 2 ADHDers to get married and your house just becomes a nightmare. It's just piles upon piles because you got one that has their stuff they're into and they have their piles. And then you have another one that's into their stuff and they have their piles. And then you have piles upon piles. So our house was just when we were married, our house was just piles upon piles, and we just had our own piles. Seriously. Seriously. I am seriously. It's like, wow. It is real. So one of the things I'll put in the description box is, finding that, I mean, it's expensive, so you might have to save up for a few months, but it's well worth it because, I'll put you on here. But yeah, it was well worth it. I am so glad I found it because I was thinking, I go for my testing on the 12th. And then it's still, I think my daughter was saying, it's like, Mom, it's like 3 or 4 weeks before you get your results from the testing. And then it's still going to be, time to get into your doctor to get your prescription. And then mine are mailed to me. So it's still going to be another week before you get your medication in the mail. So I was like, well, crap. So, it's going to be this time. It's going to be another 4 weeks before I got into my testing, another 4 weeks before I got my results from my testing. So I was like, I just can't. Because, you walk in my house and I had this box. From the time I started my herbalism stuff, I had this box that had all my herbs pouring out of it, all the equipment from the herbs pouring out of it, and then all this boxes upon boxes, this pour, and it was like 5 feet wide and about 4.5 feet tall. And that's the first thing you saw when you walked in my house. First thing you saw, walk in my house. That's what you saw. It was awful. It was an eyesore. And then, walk in my house and you saw that. And then you saw the boxes from the boxes from the boxes. It was just God. It was bad. Okay. Now we were talking about witch bells. Now the witches in here, you'll know what I'm talking about. The non-witches in here, but I was telling y'all about these things. These are witch bells, guys. So if you're not a witch and you don't want all the little trinky things on it, okay, this part goes over your doorknob. And then you have all these. You have a little key on there. And then these all hang off the bottom. And you got the tree of life. Got the little pentagram. So if you don't want that hanging on there, just clip it off. You don't want to. Got some little bells. Got the little tricorta. But these just hang off the end. So every time your door opens, they'll jiggle and ding. And so what it is the door opens and it jingles. I'm doing very well. So it jiggles. And so what it's supposed to do is when it opens, it makes noise. And it's supposed to scare away evil spirits. So the only thing that comes in is good. And then when they go out, it's supposed to keep the evil out. So that so that nothing bad can come in when the door opens or closes. So that's going to go as a separate will today. In the little bag. And believe it or not, it's going to go in the bag. And then it goes back in the little organza bag. I save all my little organza bags. Put stuff in. My little stuffies. I'm telling you, I have been collecting and buying all year long for this event. I have been gathering. Gathering. Oh, there we go. Then you're going to get it. It'll be in a tea box. But that was just so they didn't squish any of the bells. I didn't want to squish bells. Okay, so that's the bells. And then, of course, the $50 gift card. And then, for the people that didn't make it to the our canvas of the day will be this one. And this is amber. So that'll be the canvas of the day. Now, we always have our little, and I might actually throw a tumbled rock in here for you. Because I always tried to figure out how to get out some tumbled rocks without damaging the rocks. So I always try to wonder, how can I do that? So I'll give out a $50 gift card today, a canvas, and throw a tumbled rock in here for you, and the witch bells. The witch bells are so cool. Yeah, she's cute. Next week, I don't remember if y'all ever saw Steampunk. So next week it'll be Steampunk. I'll have to dig around in there. But at least now I can get to it. Now I can get to them. I can actually walk on my craft room floor. Because I can actually walk on my craft room floor. I haven't seen my craft room floor, God. Because, there was nowhere to walk on it. Because it was full of boxes, all the stuff that was to go in the boxes. It was just unfreaking real. My craft room was awful. This is one of the because I don't just use little my trash trinkets are real. This is one of the trash trinkets that people are getting. Da, 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 da. This is going to be one of the trash trinkets. It's got magnets on the back, and these magnets they'll fly across the room and smack at you. So this is one of the trash trinkets people will be getting. I changed it from my diamond to that one right now. I gotta go find my Care Bears so I can start making those little Care Bears. And I know they're back there, so now that I can walk around back there, I gotta go find them. I found my magnets. I just gotta find the and I've got to refill my because I don't know if any of y'all use Canva. Do any of y'all use Canva to make your thumbnails? Or do you? I finally figured out how to do that stuff. You know, when I first started doing this, I didn't know how to do videos. I didn't know how to do anything. Didn't know how to do any of this. I was dumber than a box of rocks. I cried when I made my first video. I cried for 4 hours, literally. I mean, hi Gail. Oh my God. It was bad. I could hand my phone to my granddaughter and she could whoop right through it. And I'd just sit here and bawl, 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 cry, cry, cry like a little baby. She'd be like, ooh. I'm like, I don't know, Nana. I'd be like, oh, it just makes you bawl. So it just makes you cry. It just makes you cry. So, but yeah, I'd sit there and I'd bawl. And so, yeah. Now I done forgot what I was saying. But, and I might go in there and actually show you what I got. So I'm going through it, and I'm going to go pull some more canvases, because I'm going to try for the next 5 weeks to give a canvas a week. And get rid of the ones I know I'm just never going to do. And I know steampunk, she's just not my jam anymore. I bought her one of those FOMO moments. You know, remember those FOMO moments? When you just got swept up in the hoopla. Just swept up in the hula. You know, it was like, yeah, ooh, ooh, ooh. And so now that I can get in there and move around, you know, I'll go in there, and the ones I know I'm never going to do. Never going to do. Oh, and I bought a necklace. So cool. It's a black obsidian, and it's got a silver dragon riding around on it. It'll hit about here. When it comes in, I'll show you. And now that I kind of know where a lot of my inner is coming from, which is from a lot of my childhood. Hi, Christopher. A lot of my Christopher. I'm doing my first bubble. The first bubble. These things are kind of hard. I was thinking they'd be easy. They ain't easy. Those things are kind of hard. They're not easy. They'd be hard. They're kind of hard. Because you sit there and you get the ones, and then you're trying to shove the ones in between, and they don't want to go in there all the time. And I'm just like, Christopher made it look easy. It ain't easy. Yeah, it's harder to do. I'm like, he made it look easy. It ain't easy. But yeah, I'm gonna go in there because I know it's not. I told my daughter, I said, I'm giving some of them canvases away. I said, if they're not my jam, I know they're not your jam. So I said, I'm gonna give them some away. She's like, okay. And she was like, well, Mom, right now I know they're not my jam because nothing's my jam, you know, because she's got 3 kids and she's barely keeping her head above water. So she's like, that's okay. I said, well, I'm handing all kinds of stuff out. I'm handing this stuff out to I go to my, okay, on a regular canvas, it's not hard. That is good to hear because, man, on this tissue thingy, yeah. I'm at war with these mice because my cat's decided they're toys and she's playing catch and release because they're toys and she wants to play with them again. I'm serious. I sit here and watch her. And she'll play with them for a while and then let them go. I'm like, girl, that ain't the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to catch and release. This is not catch and release. Literally, catch and release. So I went and got me some glue traps, and I told her we're going to play glue trap. And I said, I don't care if your feet get caught. You're going to come walking out here with giant size 6 feet. I'll put oil on your feet and we'll release you. I mean, I was just like, I am fed up. I went to get some water the other day, turned on my sink, and mice went running across my sink. I was like, all right, that's it. The war is on. Yep, catch and frickin' release from a cat. I mean, when it's catch and get gone, that's good one thing, but catch and release, no. We're not supposed to catch and release. And when they've gotten so bad that when you go to get a drink of water, they go flying by you at the kitchen sink, that's when it's time to have war. War is on. I went in the back room and I went to get the dogs some bones, and they come flying out of the dog box, the bone box. So I put some in the bone box. I put one on each side of the bone box. I mean, she was like, yeah, they're both little fucks. I mean, it was like, I mean, it was like, wow. I mean, the day I went to go open where my trash is, and one was sitting in top of my trash can, looking at me. And then it jumped out and ran off. I was like, all right, that's it. That is it. That is it. I mean, it was like the war is on. So me at war with these little critters. I mean, when it's just like one or two, it's like I can deal with that. I can deal. But when it's like they're taking over my house, no. No, no. No, 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 no. We're not having that. We're not having that. He was like, yeah, no. No, no. No, 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 no. I mean, that was downright nuts. I mean, I got them, and evidently they're in my bathroom because I got the dog and the cat sniffing my cabinets in there. It's like, what the hell? It's like hell's bells. So I told my daughter, I said, you need to come back up. We're going to have to pull all the pots and pans out of the cabinets, wash all the pots and put them in the dishwasher and put them through, a cycle, and put get some bleach. Of course, can't get Clorox right now. I don't know if y'all know, but they've been hacked, and supposedly they've, they're not, if you notice, Clorox can't be found. And believe it or not, if you can find the ranch, Hidden Valley Ranch or whatever, you better go get it, because they're not selling it right now, or if what's on the shelves is fixing to go bye-bye because they've been hacked. And so it's going bye-bye. And so and I have noticed it's getting really hard to find. Yeah, open it up. And they're sitting there on top of the trash can looking at me, and then they just jump off and run off. And I was like, what the freaking hell? I pull out a pot, and it's like full of or mouse turds. And I was like, this is the freaking shit. I was like, nope, it's on. So she's going to come up, and we're going to pull all the pots and pans out. And then the ones I got a bunch down there that I don't use. They're like little loaf pans, decorative ones. I'm going to put them, clean them up, sterilize them, and then put them on, what it calls Marketplace, try to sell them, binge, purge, whatever. I didn't even give the damn things away. I don't know. But they definitely is like, yeah, it's No, it's binge purge. You know these. Mm-mm. And Jen M, you are Jen Mueller, right? Make sure I put you on the right on the wheel as right, Jen. But yeah, yeah. These little shits gonna go bye bye. And I mean, I'll pay $30 for freaking glue traps because these little shits are gonna go bye bye. And I'm gonna literally have to pull everything that's down on the bottom counter or under my cabinets and sterilize everything, bleach everything, and put glue traps every freaking where. Under my bathroom cabinets, in my bathroom drawers. I mean, it's unreal. Okay, just making sure because if you went on the wheel, I want to make sure I'm sending it to the right one. Wow, everything over here is striking. Well, I don't blame them. But yeah, it's like, and then that way, if I can actually get whoever wins this canvas and the witch bells wrapped up and the thing's done, I can actually sit here and wait for my UPS lady and meet her at the door and just hand off packages. I love this little lady because even if my dogs were out, she just backs up to my porch and throws off Scooby snacks the opposite way. And the dogs go over there and she'd go, here, puppy, 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 and throw snacks the other way and then runs up to the porch. I was like, you know how to work it. She goes, yep. I was like, she cracked me up. She goes, yeah, you make friends with them. Then they don't bother you. I was like, yeah. So you act like a fool, then they're going to chase you. I had one UPS driver, he cracked me. I watched him do it. He was like coming out of his car, dog barked at him, and then, you know, kind of, and he was like, oh, hell no, threw the package back in the truck and ran off. And I looked at him and I was like, why don't you sit down there, honk your horn, I'll come down and then I'll just grab the package from you. Like, don't act like a stupid ass fool. I was just like, of course it was a man. Sorry, Christopher. But it was like, oh my God, you idiot. I mean, I had one that actually Googled me. I don't know what the hell he did, but he Googled me, got my phone number, called me, and said, this is your UPS driver. I'm at the bottom of your driveway. I have a package for you. I'm scared of your dogs. Can you come get it? I was just like, huh? Okay. I was just like, what? All right. And it got to where he was here. He would just call me every time and say, I'm at the bottom of your driveway. Come get your package. That used to trip me out. I was like, how in the hell? Whatever. Okay. That used to trip me out. I was like, all right. Different. I mean, you ever heard of that? We have a city. I don't know how y'all do it over there in England because it has started up over here. The roundabout, the roundabout thingy, and it started. We have a city over here called Conway, and it started up over here. It's like it was the roundabout. Oh my God! Started. When did it start over here? There. Oh, I'd say about 5-6 years ago. All of a sudden, that's true. He just threw it back in his truck and took off. I was just like, no, but I have the one that just parked it on the side of the road, and then the trash man come up right behind him and picked it up and threw it and took off with it and stole it. But it has been about the last 6 or 7. I hate roundabouts, but that's all they have. That is all they have. Every every subdivision, everything, every street in that dang town has a roundabout. every, where every light was, everything has a roundabout. I mean, everything. There is not a street in that town that does not have a roundabout. And it started up there probably about 6, 7, 8 years ago. That there is not a stop sign, there is not a street light, everything is a roundabout. And if it doesn't have one, it's coming soon. It's like, oh my God. And I hate them. I hate them because if you're not used to doing them, well, let me see. My daughter-in-law was 18. That's when they first started. She's 30, so that would have been what? 22? What? No. 12? 18? Well, it was she was 18 and she's 30 now, so whatever that is when they first started. And oh my God, they have just gotten worse. And it's like it has been on since then, and they just get worse and worse and worse and more and more and more and more and more. And I hate them. 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 It's like, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And of course, that's where my VA office is. I have to go through 1, 2. There's like a triple one. It's like you get off the interstate and you have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them back to back to back to back to get to the VA office. And it's like, oh my God. It's awful. How the hell? Some hoopty car that is bouncing so hard, I don't know how it doesn't break the suspension. Wow. And I have to go through one that you have to go through it, and then you got to go through it halfway, and then you have to go cross over and then go through it halfway and then cross over it to get to the interstate. I was like, oh my God. First time I ended up, oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy. And make sure you at least put an emoji or something so I know you're in here so that I can get your name on the wheel. Otherwise I won't be able to put, get you on the wheel to make you eligible for prizes. Because that's how I know you're in here, get you on the wheel. Oh. But yeah. So I'm hoping I'm getting nice enough prices on the lives for y'all. And then next week I'll pull out the necklaces. I found them. Let me see if I got Karina. I think I got Karina in here. Yeah, I got Karina in here. Got Karina in here. There's Bonnie. Oh, the flies are coming out. You didn't do a witch canvas? Did you do a god canvas or even a pumpkin with a hat on it or something like that? Work got in the way, huh? I understand that. Work didn't get in the way, but you know what? Taking that medicine, cleaning got in the way. I have actually My house looks better right now than it has in a long time. I've got kitchen counters. You walk in, it's not a hot mess. I don't know if I'm going to do this next year, though. I spent a fortune this year. I have spent a freaking fortune. My poor little mentality has gone south. But you can definitely hang out with us. Or if I do something, it'll just be hang out and have fun. And then I'll just post a bunch of the witchy things. Like if you've noticed in the Facebook group, I've been posting a lot of info and like about the smoke and what how to do that and the sayings and info and I always try to post stuff. Always try to post stuff. Just general information. Just general information. I even post stuff to my ex-husband, because his actual family, his actual relatives were witches. I mean, like honest to God, live witches. They were, burned in the witch trials. And I sent him some stuff I found when they did where they acquitted him last year. They actually, announced on YouTube where they had acquitted uh, Sarah Wilds in the witch trials, and I sent that to him, and he was really thankful because she was burned at the stake, as a witch, and so he sent that to his family, and then he went and researched it and found 4 more family members. Okay, you're welcome, Cindy, and found 4 more family members, and oh, I got to check something from Snuggie because she usually sends me uh, but she's working. Come on, phone. I don't see anything. But he had actually researched it and actually found 4 more family members. So that was really, really interesting for him because he found 4 more family members that had been burned along with Sarah. And most of the people that had been burned were actually midwives, just plain old midwives. What I may do next year is just make a bunch of cover minders and just give them away. Do lives and give them away in the lives. I can tumble some rocks and make cover minders out of them. But it was like it's really interesting, because now all the witches that they burned, the 1690s, they're saying, "Oh wow, these people weren't witches." It's like, how people fools, fools. And I actually got some goldenrod over there hanging, drying out, so I can make some stuff for allergies. You know, got some stuff I can make for some allergies, and I also found out it's good for kidney stones, um, the bladder infections, bunch of stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to get this little tissue box done. I've got 3 more colors. And then the one I'm working on, of course. I got one color I'm still working on right now, which is this one. But like Christopher said, this one is, these are booger bears. These tissue boxes are rough. It was like, just these bubble thingies are not easy. But he said if it's a canvas, it's easy. These tissue boxes are not easy. Not easy. So when it's at the 55 marks, I'll start drawing. Like I said, it's the witch bells, the deck canvas, and what else should I say it was going to be? Witch bells, deck canvas, and what else was it? It was one other thing. Help me, guys. I done forgot. Witch bells, canvas, and what else? Come on, guys. Come on, help me, help me, help me. There was one other thing. What was it? What was it? Witch bells, and it was something little. Something little. Thank you. Gift card. Thank you. I was like, I know it's something little. See? ADH brain. It sucks. It sucks. I still need to go through this thing and make sure I got everybody on live on the thingy. Okay, I'm gonna go through here. Go up to the top. Okay, Billy, Tammy, Cindy, Mutnut, Karina, I'm double checking. Gil, Christopher, Bonnie. Okay, I think I got everyone. I got Billy, Tammy, Cindy, Mutnut, Karina, Ashley, Gail, Christopher, Jennifer Mueller, and Bonnie Smith. Did I miss anyone? Believe I got everyone. Thank God I have 2 phones. Yeah, I'll do that next year. I'll just do it for fun. You sure, Gail? Okay. Oh. Oh. And believe me, I was very open about my canvases. I am not, you can ask, this is the easiest one to be in. I mean, easy is the easiest event to be in. Believe me, very easy. It just had to be like, what was it? What I do, guys? Canvas size this year had to be what? 40 by 40? What I do? 40 by 40? I think it was 40 by 40, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't very big. And it was, didn't have to be a fresh start, didn't have to finish. And, or did it have to be 50 by 50? Yep, 40-40. And then it had to be, it could be a witch, it could be a goddess, it could be a wizard, it could be a god, it could be just a chick standing on a cliff with her hair flowing behind her, you know, like you saw on what was it? Practical Magic. You know, it showed that witch standing on the cliff, you know, crying, and her hair was like flowing, you know, just that ethereal kind of thing. In fact, I got a thing I'm fixing to put. I'll put it on my house actually because it's weatherproof, and it shows. It's kind of like almost like my header on my Facebook page or my Facebook group, where it shows that witch walking in the woods, and it's kind of like that, and it's kind of like that image, and it says, "Those are not my monkeys. My monkeys fly." Literally, it says at the top, it says, "Those are not my monkeys." And at the bottom, it says, "My monkeys fly." And I'm buying it. It's a plaque, and it's like on a metal, and it's weatherproof. And I'm gonna put that on my house, like by my front door. And it says, "Those are not my monkeys. My monkeys fly." Is that not cool? That is so freaking cool. I'm putting it. It's an Etsy store. Nyx posted on her link on her page, and I went and got it, and it's sitting in my cart, and I think it's like $19 because I got the big one, and I'm gonna put it by my front door. I have decided I'm a witch. I'm proud of it. I'm gonna be me, and I'm putting it by my freaking front door. But I thought that is so freaking cool. But it was so cool because it's like, you know, you look at that. If you look, pull up my Facebook page and you at that for that group, and actually pull it up where you can see that picture. And you don't read the heading, just see that picture, and then at the top put, "Those are not my monkeys," and at the bottom put, "My monkeys fly," and that's the picture. And so that is so cool. And I'll post that Etsy store, and you can go look at some of those posters, the plaques that lady has. They're really cool. There's one where it has these like witchy boots, and it's got all these potion bottles around it. And I think that's the one that with Nyx got. And that one was really cool, but those are not my monkeys. Because when I worked in Cath Lab, my saying was, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." Because everyone was in everybody's crap, you know, and I was always saying, "That's not my circus, that's not my monkeys." Because I was like, I'm not getting in anyone's crap. It's not my crap, I'm not getting in it. You know, so it's like, yeah, not my business, not worried about it. I was like, yeah, not my business. No, I'm not worried about it. I'm not going there. It's like, you know, there's at that time my world was so busy and so, you know, it was like I got so much crap of my own that I gotta worry about. I ain't worrying about other people's stuff. I worry about my stuff. That's why, you know, in the Facebook in YouTube land with all this stuff and people sitting there getting in everybody's stuff and stirring so many pots, you know, don't you have enough going on in your own world? Why are you in there stirring crap up? You know, just stir your own crap up. You know, just stir your own pot. You know, stay out of everybody's business. I don't understand it. Why are you out there stirring crap up? You don't need to be out there stirring crap. Just stir your own crap. I'm serious. Just stir your own crap. You don't stir no one else's crap. I just don't get that. That's just like my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend. I mean, she's my girlfriend because we used to work together a lot of times, and she's got a jacked up, messed up life, and I try to help her. I'm kind of like her therapist. Yeah, I'm jacked up, got my own problems, but she's got more problems than me, so I try to help her. And she always says, "Why are you so smart?" And I was like, "I'm not that smart, but evidently I'm smarter than you on some things." So I try to help her. I mean, she's got a son that's almost 9. He sleeps in her bed, and I keep telling her, "You need to get him out of your bed because it's going to mess him up." And she was like, "How?" I said, "He's got separation anxiety, and it's caused because he's sleeping in your damn bed. Do you not see that? Get him out of your bed." You know, it's just like, hmm. But I mean, it's like, wow. But she was like, "Well, how much money are you making from doing this?" I said, "I don't make money from doing this, but I get enjoyment by giving stuff to other people and watch what they get out of it. Do you not understand that? I get enjoyment by giving and by giving and giving enjoyment to other people." And she's like, "No, I don't get that." I said, "That's what you need to learn. Get by giving. Get, don't always be about the money. Learn to get by being giving. Not don't It's not about the money." I was just like, "Oh my God." I mean, with her, it's all about the money. How much money can I make from this? And I told her, I said, "It's not about the money. Don't think the money. Think about what you can get by giving." I said, "I make no money. I spent money. It's like I'm giving. Give. What do you get by giving?" I said, "Do you not or just give?" "No." I said, "You need to learn to give." I said, "You get back by giving." It's like some people. Okay, we will do the first spin's going to be for this little box, and it's not. It's not tea. It's not tea. So, and it's on fair mode. It's on fair mode. So we will go up here and we'll hit save. Make sure everyone's on there. Da da da. And we'll go here. Make sure your name's on there. If your name's not on there, let me know. Let me know real quick if you don't see your name. Now, I know you were plugged in. Why are you not plugged in? This one's saying, "Plug me in now." And I don't know what time they're going to do that damn battery test, but if you have reason to have your phone off, remember to turn your phone off. And I mean off, not just on silent, because, or if you have a spare phone that you need to have off, make sure to turn it off, because they're going to do a national, "We need to hit you up for emergency alert," and it will be done today. And I'm not sure what time. So if you got a spare phone and you need to have it off, make sure you have it off. Okay. Here comes spin number 1. Okay. Tammy. Tammy won the witch bells. Okay, so it'll be at 2:20 for. Okay, so let me write her name on that. Let me find my little piece of paper and book. So when you get it and it's got your name, it's just so I could remember who to send it to. Okay, Tammy, you got the witch bells. Okay. And I'm just going to leave the. Okay, come on. All right. All right, come on. Okay. Okay, she don't want the winter bells, so we'll re-spin. Okay. Bonnie Smith got the witch bells. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do it this way. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the DAC first. Okay, so well, these two aren't, we're going to do DAC first. But I think what's happening is everyone wants the DAC. So we're going to do DAC first. So these two first spins are nothing. So those don't count. Because I think that's what's happening is everyone wants DAC. So this is going to be for the DAC card. Christopher, you got a $50 DAC card. There you go. And what I will do, Christopher, is I give them your email address and they will contact you with your code. Okay. And then we'll go with this. And now we will do the witch bells. And this one will be the witch bells. And Bonnie Smith got the witch bells. And then the next one is going to be for the canvas. Okay, I will show you, Bonnie, since I guess you came in late. I will show the witch bells again. These are really cool. I love these. Okay, witch bells. This part goes over your doorknob. These go on your front door. They go on the inside of your door. Okay, and then there's a little key, and they hang on your door. And then there's little bells. Okay, and this is the triquetra knot. And this is like the mother, the child, and you. And then, of course, and then there's the Mother Earth, you know, the living tree. And the pentagram, if you don't want a pentagram, this is not evil. This is like a fire, water, earth, air, you know, the 9 yards. And then if you don't want those, you can always cut those little things off, but you got the little bells. So when your door opens, it jingles, and it's supposed to repel evil, negativity, whatever, from coming in your house. So when it opens and closes, it keeps any negativity from coming in your house. And so, I mean, I have a set on my front door. So every time and plus if you got little kids, grandkids, you know when the door opens, closes, you know if they're trying to sneak in or out. Because I had one that used to try to sneak out at 6 o'clock in the morning and run across the street to Papa's house. And he did that one day. Freaked me out because I wake up and he's nowhere around. He's sitting over on Papa's front yard. Freaked me out. I was like, where the heck's the kid? He's sitting over there at Papa's front porch, 6 o'clock in the morning. And he was like, ah! Yeah. So it was like, I put a nix on that, and I was like, doesn't happen no more. Okay, this next one will be for this canvas. It's called Amber. My cat's looking at me like, what are you doing? All right. And, oh, don't want to see the back. You want to see the front. Fixing the spin. This is for the canvas. Okay, Tammy, you got the canvas. All right. So I made screenshots. I'll post all those in the things so everyone knows what this week's winners got. I'm gonna go wrap these up so I can catch my UPS lady because I actually do have, what do I got coming in it today? I got a book that Nick's recommended coming in today. A couple books, one for my granddaughter and one for me. And anything else? I think those might be the only 2 things that I have coming in today. But yeah. And I just found out because when I got my land, my mom was like, take this land. And I went, no, that's crossing the graveyard. Because when you pull into my parents' yard or driveway, when they got sold their land and they were clearing their land, they actually bought a graveyard, guys. They bought a graveyard. So I was like, no, I don't want that because that's all graveyard. And I was like, no, I don't want that. All graveyard. And so I bought this over here. She said, well, a lot of yours is taken up by the creek and this. I said, I'll take the creek. I'm fine. I don't want the graveyard. Well, I just found out yesterday that where their house is, it's also a graveyard. It's just flat. And so, because my brother's friend was like, he's digging a trench to put a power line from my dad's shop up to the other place so that they're not having to put extension cord. He's putting it underneath the ground and all this. He said, I just hope I don't dig up a skeleton. I was, what do you mean? He said, oh yeah, this is all graveyard too. And I was like, no. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, no. I said, you mean I'm still crossing the damn graveyard? And he's like, yep. And I was like, crap. I said, I put my house over there because I didn't want to be a crazy. He said, well, you're still across from the graveyard. I was like, oh, shit. And it was like, damn. Because supposedly anytime you go in the graveyard, you're supposed to leave a penny and all this. So it's a book about all that kind of stuff. And I was like, well, shit. I live in Arkansas. But it was like this graveyard, it has a Civil War. There's only two headstones in that graveyard that actually have printing on them. And one is a Civil War soldier, which my son has tracked down, which is now why the graveyard is actually on a map. Because my son actually contacted the Civil War, I don't know what it is, but contacted them and said, hey, do you know that one of your soldiers is in this site? And so it made it where it's on a map now. So it's got a name and so people can come out here and know what it is. And so that soldiers actually got a resting place on a map now. And so we've got people to come out and see it and all that. And then my father is noted as the caretaker for the cemetery, and they actually mow it and they, weed eat it and care for it. And so that's, like I told them they're supposed to leave penny when they go in there. And they said, well, they don't bother us because we care for it. And I said, well, yeah, well, like when we went in there and we cleared a bunch of it, me and my ex-husband was, we're walking out and he said, thank you, or you're welcome. And I was like, what? And he said, yeah, some lady just told me thank you. And then he hears beating feet. And I was like, really? And he said, yeah, some lady just told me thank you. And I told her, thank you, you're welcome. And I'm on, he's just like booting out. And I'm just like, okay, let's get out of here. Like, I don't like to go in there. That's why I don't dig up anything in there no more. Well, I never dug anything up in there, but further down the road, I had dug up a plant across the road from the damn thing. And someone sat there and said my name and said cemetery, really creepily. And I was freaking out. I went back to my dad's house and was chewing my brother's blood out thinking he had done it. But I took the plant home because I was like, what do I do with it? And so my daughter was like, well, Mom, put it by my room and, I'll take care of it. Well, I took that plant home and it's only supposed to bloom during the deepest part of summer and have like 3 or 4 blooms. It's the purple coneflower. That dang thing would have blooms on it year round. In the snow, it would have a live bloom. In the summer, it would have like 50 blooms on it. I have to tie it up. Well, when it finally did die out in the summer, like a normal purple coneflower, our kids started saying, Mom, we're seeing shadows of a guy in the house. And lights are going on and lights are going off. And we're kind of creeped out. And we hear knocking on the walls. And, it was really creepy. And then it got to where we were here and it sounded like someone throwing like a broom on the ground back in the game room. And I was hearing it. It sounded like someone throwing stuff on the floor. And if I went home, they said they would hear it like someone knocking on the walls and stuff. And like my son, sometimes he'd be sleeping back in his sister's room. And I'm like, why are you back there? And he goes, well, they nicknamed him Willie, guys. They named him Willie. They said, Willie's freaking us out. And then my daughter was living with her fiance at the house. And it was really funny. I was like, what's up? And they were like, Mom, we woke up this morning and the door was leaned up against the wall and off the hinges. And I was like, well, evidently, Willie doesn't like y'all living together. And like her boyfriend was like, I was the only one home today and I was taking a shower and I kept hearing someone call my name and I'd stick my head out and say, yeah, there'd be no one here. And so it was like, it was really creepy. And it was like, one time, we were like fixing something up and I had this one mug that said you breathe and it started rocking on the hook. And then next thing you know, it fell on the floor and shattered. My daughter was like, that was really creepy. And then one time if you're wanting something thick, I know you can do those, drops from TJ and Emily, but those are drops. You can do a Me Please from them, or you can go to Diamond Painting Pen Pal. she's got some thick ones. Don't do the lava. The lava ones are kind of expensive, but the non-lava ones are pretty reasonable, and they're thick, the no rolls, and those are pretty good. She's got some that are like in the $45, $50 range, and they're thick. So those are pretty good. And it's the Diamond Painting Pen Pal. I'll put her link in here because I got her Etsy store. I'll put it in the description. I have to put the links in after it gets over my site, then I'll drop them in the description. So after it gets over there into the thing, just look for it as soon as I can get it over there, and then I'll put it down in the description. And they're about $45, $50. Because it's Renee that does Nix's lives on Saturdays sometimes. Because hers are on the thicker side. But yeah, because it was like really weird. It was like my husband was in the bedroom and I was getting coffee for us, and I saw a guy walk through the dining room. And so I thought, well, he must have walked through the dining room. And so I went and took our coffee back to the bedroom. Well, he was in the bedroom, and I was like, I thought he was just in the dining room. Oh, you want a thin pen? She does have thinner ones. Let me see. Where's the thin one? Because this is on the thinner side. You know, and so I just kind of put my hand down here in the little thin area. And just look through her, and she's got thinner ones. Because I just look through, because I don't do lava ones because they're too thick. And then, believe it or not, diamond painting. Oh, geez. Thanks, Cindy. Diamond Art Club. Their pens are pretty thin right in here. Because that's what I started with. It's just Diamond Art Club pens. And actually, in all the prize pack boxes, everyone gets a Diamond Art Club pen. I went and bought Diamond Art Club out the wazoo. And you can usually request a lot of pen turners to turn yours thinner. You know, just in the notes section, just ask them to turn them thinner for you. But yeah, when I went back in the bedroom, I told him, I said, "You're in here. I thought you was in the dining room." He said, "I never left the bedroom." So evidently I saw Willie. Yeah. And then I went into my books and started looking to see how to get rid of a spirit. And it said to put graveyard dirt from a loved one in your house. And so I sent my mom out to my grandmother's grave and had her get some graveyard dirt. And I had her request to give us some of her graveyard dirt to ward off a spirit. And she collected some. Yeah. Then just look around. Either go to talk to Renee and ask her, pick a pen and ask her if she'll have it. Pick one that you like and just say that you need it to be turned thinner. That, thick pens are hurting your hand. And to have her, tell her you need it Nix size, because Nix needs really thin pens. And tell her you need it Nix size. And they'll thin it down for you. And believe it or not, that worked. I don't know if my grandma and Willie hooked up or if she ran him off, but he went away. So, I mean, that's an interesting story for you. But yeah, we lived with Willie for years, and he was interesting. He was interesting. I know my son, his girlfriend was at the house, and he had gone somewhere for a little bit, and she called him petrified, crying and screaming, and I mean, just absolutely petrified. I mean, petrified, going, they're banging on the walls, and I'm just there. I come home, and it was like bad, just petrified. Yeah, but just there's the test, and they're sending this out federal, state, global, tribal, territorial levels. Yep. And the reason I was trying to tell everyone before it went off is so if anyone's in this is a trigger. So if anyone is in a situation, domestic situation, where you have a hidden phone, that you could turn it off so that it wouldn't become known. Because I would hate for if you had a hidden phone that you actually had a phone hidden for an emergency situation and that set it off to where it became a known phone. And that was wild because my phone that had no service just went off. I mean, literally, my phone that had no service, no internet service, just went off. Because this phone has no internet service, and it just went off. Or no Wi-Fi, no, you know. I mean, so that's wild. That's wild. And they had said that even if you had it turned all the way down, it would still go off. Yes, Jen, you have a good rest of the week. I'm glad you came. Have a wonderful day. So, and I'm gonna get this stuff wrapped up. I guess I better get off here because I don't know what time this lady comes. So I'm gonna get all this stuff wrapped up and get it out to y'all and get a hold of Dak and get that card to you, Christopher. They're pretty quick. They're really quick. And for the person that won the Captured by Radiance the other day, their site is up and functioning, I believe they said now. So go have a look and see if they've got something you want. Oh. Yeah. We used to, because I mean I had a stepdad that we finally got out of that air with him by bugging out. Literally, he went to work and we left the state and bugged out. So yeah. Y'all have a wonderful day. So y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful day. I will see you on Sunday with the draw for the next prize package. And Arietta in the UK just got her big gigantic box, and it made it there in fabulous state. I was like, wow, that looks so good. So I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great day. Bye.